Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy Shades and Trades here with another video. Okay, let's go over what's going on with the stock market because I'm looking at a lot of red on the left hand side. Look at that, everything's red. Only thing green is eyeless, but we know that's garbage. Ooh, yeah, it's gonna pump to the moon. Woo, yeah, right. It's gonna leave a lot new bag holders created on that one. So let's just start knocking this out. Let's go one by one here. Eyeless, absolute garbage. Do not touch it. It's only on my watch list just so I can say that it's garbage. Do not touch it. Okay. AITX, let's move on to the next penny stock here. The next OTC ID stock in the future, at least. That's what it's going to be called. This one's a buy. If you want to wait for 0019, 002, definitely do so. I know a bunch of people have a limit order down there waiting to pick up and scoop shares. Nice and cheap. But for the most part, it's just consolidating here. If we switch to the monthly, it's just sideways action. Weekly, even more clear. There's your bottom down there. You switch to the monthly, there's your pumps and there's your dump. Buy when it gets cheap. You want to go woo and get excited when it gets cheap, not chase it when it's up like almost 500,000%. Okay, so AITX, that's a good one. Just be willing to hold for like the next 6 to 8 months because it's going to be a while before it plays out. Sybil here. I'm going to wait again. I'm going to wait and see if it consolidates barcodes here. At some point, it's going to barcode because no one's going to be interested in it. And then the volume will come in and push it up. So this one's a buy. Under and around a penny, I think this one's a buy. I might add another 2K here. Actually, I am. I'm going to add another 2K. I'm going to alert it right now in the Discord. I'm going to alert it in the Discord right now. I'm adding another 2K. So that's 5K total that I'm in. Again, I'm waiting for the absolute bottom to buy the biggest position. That's just how I trade, and it works. So why wouldn't I stick to it until it stops working, obviously? Although, like I said, I'm probably going to be done with penny stocks going into 2025. Okay. All right, I just alerted it. I'm going to Schwab right now to buy. But Sybil, definitely start accumulating this one for the next big run. QQQ's big red candle into support. We'll see if buyers step in. If they don't, we're going to continue some downside. ASNS getting nice and cheap. We'll see what happens with that one. They did have news, but it didn't move. So I think we need like better news. As long as the bottom holds for this down here, we're fine. Not concerned one bit about, it's going to get sued by ILIS. Whatever, I don't care. As long as the stock holds that bottom, we're good. Here, Neo stock, watch out. This might be the bottom here at $5. I already have 500 shares of this one, so I'll be looking to add some more for the next opportunity. Soundhound. Oh, wow. Soundhound finally coming on down. I'm waiting for $4, and that's it. If it doesn't come down to $4 ever again, that's too bad. Boo-hoo for me. I'll just trade, something else. I don't care. Give it to me at 4 or I don't want it. That's just, you gotta be mean like that to the market. Give it to me where I want it or I don't want it. That's simple. BBAI. You see the bottom down there? Yeah, that's the bottom down there at around 130 and under. So again, you don't want to really chase it up here, right? You want to buy it down here nice and cheap. So wait for around 130 if it ever comes down. Some of these are going to come down at some point. They're not all going to skyrocket to the moon and just stay there. They eventually come back down. So BBAI, it's an AI stock. For those of you who don't know, it can get its pumps. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to take advantage of the pumps. Let me just make sure that we are getting moving here. GameStop. Again, do you really want to chase at 23, 25, 24? Wait for under $20.50. I'm going to start adding again under $20.50. It's not going to get a big meme move at any point. We would need some kind of some big social media person pumping the stock in order for it to get to like $60 again. But other than that, might as well take advantage of this bottom down here at $20. So that's what I'm looking at for GameStop. Tilray, the game plan. I'm waiting for 150 again. See if it comes down to 150 so I can buy it and flip it. This one's good for a flip. It's held its bottom since June of last year. So, by the way, as I'm going through each of these, just be aware that some of these are better than others. Like some of these plays are just better than others. So you're taking more risk. Like if you're buying, if you ask me, should I buy ASNS or Tilray. I would tell you to buy Tilray over ASNS, because Tilray does actually have a history of holding versus ASNS just recently started moving. And who knows if it's going to move to the upside ever again now that the merger hasn't happened. Palantir finally getting nice and cheap. Gonna watch for $40, see if buyers step in. I think Friday's going to be very deciding in terms of whether we're going to hold or continue to dump here. SoFi, again, do you want to chase tops or do you want to chase bottoms? I chase bottoms, guys. So not even anywhere near a buy. If it comes under 750, I'll be looking to accumulate. ILIS, absolute garbage. Mara, I think Riot had bad earnings, if I recall. Riot had earnings and it had bad earnings, so Riot's dumping. I'm not buying Riot. Again, let's wait and see and see where it holds. Mara as well. I think I'm going to be trading Mara moving forward because it's a lot more volatile. Like it can move like $2 or $3 in a matter of 2 days. So I'm probably going to forgo Riot, especially with the bad earnings, and just stick to Mara. So I'll be adding some more Mara and accumulating it as it comes down cheaper. If you're looking to buy Mara, definitely wait to see if it bounces here at 17. If not, look for 15 and 13. Like that is some incredible volatility. It can, like I mean I like Riot, but Riot's volatility it's not that great. You know, it doesn't move dollars. It can move dollars, but it takes it a couple more days compared to Mara. I mean, compared to Riot. No, wait, compared to Mara. I screwed it up. I'm screwing up my Bitcoin miners. But yeah, there's your levels. 16, 17, and 15, and maybe even 13. Nice and cheap down here. That's what I'm watching for. So I'm in on Mara now. I'm going to forego Riot because of the earnings being terrible. So, you know, there's a lot of Bitcoin miners, but it's best to trade the ones that are at least doing well when it comes to earnings. All right, let's see announcements. Yeah, the SPY is red. Is the SPY red? Yeah, SPY, huge dump there. Silver dumping. Everything's just dumping. Even Bitcoin's pulling back. Again, we have to wait to see if buyers step in and buy the dip on Friday more than anything. Even Nvidia. Ooh, I remember telling people if Nvidia dumps, the whole market just comes down, tends to lead. This is a big red. Okay, look at that. Oh, that is beautiful. You want to see these big candles because it gives it to you nice and cheap. I'm tempted to add another like 100 shares here or 50 shares, but I'm gonna wait till Monday. But I am tempted. Just start accumulating it because technically it's still like. What the highest point was $34, so it's still cheap relative to the high point, which is what I look at. I mean, Riot hit $20, and anywhere under $10 is a buy. But with that terrible earnings, I'm just gonna forego it and stick to Mara at this point. So if you never hear me talk about Riot again, now you know why. Let's see what else. I think that's it. Tesla, I don't care to. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't care to talk about anything else. So there you go. I just showed you like a bunch of plays if you wait for it to come down nice and cheap. For me, I'm focused on Mara. As always, I'm focused on the miners, and I got some in AITX and Sybil. So right now, my top plays are Sybil, AITX, and Mara for the time being. If anything comes down nice and cheap, I'll be looking for some cheapies, of course. I'll be looking to scoop them. Guys. You don't want to get excited when things start pumping. You want to get excited when it starts getting cheap. That's when you want to go, woo, we're going to make a lot of money because you're buying as cheap as possible. And then in the next cycle to the upside, let other people push it up for you and you dump it on their heads for a sweet profit. That's how it is, my friends. All right, guys. Never, ever lump sum a huge position at a top either. That's how you end up screwed. Don't do that, okay? All right. You guys have a good one.